Hey YouTube, this is Matt the Lawn Care Little Guy, and I thank you for watching. I thank you for all my new subscribers, and if you haven't subscribed just yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button if you like the content, and you know what? Drop a comment if you have any ideas of things you might want me to talk about. And one last thing, don't forget to stop by my storefront. There's a link in the description. Pick yourself up a t-shirt and support the stork. Today we're going to see some footage from my second or third, I think it was my second weed control application. So that's all it's going to be this video, and then afterwards it's going to be tag time. Okay guys, so I'm on the first property for the day, and something that I didn't tell you guys is I ordered these properties. I got two properties that have cool season grass in them, and the chemicals I use are pendulum, which has pendimethylam in it, Trimec, which is basically 2,4-D dicamba, and something else, I can't remember what it is, and then also usually Roundup. But on the cool season grass, it's not tolerant of Roundup. Roundup can be sprayed on the dormant Bermuda, which most of the grass around here is, but I have two lawns that are cool season grass and they can't handle that. So this is pendimethylam, and it is Trimec, basically 2,4-D, and I'm going to put this on this lawn, and I'll put it out here, and then when I go to the backyard, I'll put you on my head, and then we'll get kind of like some first person stuff. So here we go. Okay, so what has happened is I actually must have sprayed a little bit heavy because I did not get through the entire lawn. So that means I'm not walking fast enough. So I'm gonna have to mix up another gallon and then treat it and then take it on to the next one. So that's where I'm at. I'm gonna kill it right here and then we'll pick it up again. Alrighty guys, so now you've seen the footage, and I got to tell you, I really learned a lot in my first couple days of applying weed control. Let me tell you a couple of mistakes that I made. One of them was I didn't really pay good enough attention to my numbers when I wrote them down, and I actually mismeasured on my Roundup once. I measured it at the rate that I measure my dye and my surfactant, and unfortunately the Roundup is actually a little bit less in ratio to the water that was in my tank. So they got a little bit stronger dose of Roundup. I hope that works out okay. Another thing that I did a little bit wrong is on some of my lawns, I actually walked a little too fast and I had some product left over, and some other lawns I walked a little too slow and I had to mix up some more product. So that's not the goal. The goal is to actually, by the time I'm done walking that property, I've actually exhausted the entire contents of my tank, knowing that I have applied it properly and evenly. I know I made a couple of other mistakes in there as well, but this is definitely a learning time for me, and I am learning a lot. Some things I'm definitely going to do different besides what I've already told you is my gloves. My gloves bled through and I had green hands afterwards. I didn't have the proper gloves. So since then I have picked up some regular chemical gloves. I thought I had chemical gloves before and I didn't. Another thing is I figured out that mixing the chemicals can be pretty messy at times. So I went to Walmart and I got myself a tray and actually some puppy pads, some pee pads, and I put that inside my cabinet because one of the things to satisfy the law is that I can't have any containers that are leaking. And my containers don't leak, but they do kind of drip, you know, from the top of the canister. I'm not sure why that is, but there's no holes. So I decided to get some absorbent type material in the form of these doggy pee pads and put them in my cabinet. So just a few things going on. I've got a lot to learn, and I'll keep you guys posted on that. So I hope you enjoyed the footage. We're definitely hard at it this year already. I've done some mowing already. I got some leaf cleanups cleaned up or scheduled. I got some gutter cleaning scheduled. I got some flower beds scheduled. I've done some fencing. I've just been going crazy. But the good news is I'm bringing in that money, man, and it couldn't be at a better time. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember, I'm praying for you. You pray for me, and as always, it is good to be a little guy. Stay tuned for Tag Time. Okay, this week on Tag Time, I'm going to put the scripture reference right across the screen, okay? So I won't talk about it, but I came across something in my quiet time, and it was about blessings, about what it means to be blessed by God. Because what we do a lot of times is we're praying to God and we want to be blessed in so many different ways. You know, we want to be blessed financially. We want to be blessed with good health. We want to be blessed with a great job, a great place to live, maybe blessed with good teachers in our school, blessed with great relationships. And in all honesty, the list could really go on and on and on. And sometimes we cross things off our list because we truly are blessed in those ways, but then we tend to add more things on it. So my question would be, are blessings kind of addictive? Are blessings really something that can actually be attained, or is it hard for us to satisfy ourselves, satisfy our desires when we're focused on things that are really going to pass away? Because all of those things that I mentioned eventually are going to be no more. So what this passage was kind of speaking to me is that maybe the blessing isn't so much on what God can do for us, but just on having a relationship with God himself. The ability for us to be one with the creator of the universe and be able to be in his presence. What kind of blessing is that? And one of the things you can look at is you look at the Beatitudes, okay? It's in Matthew, I believe it's chapter 5. It talks about, some people pronounce it the Beatitudes. And it starts off each part of that by blessed are or blessed is. And then after that, I believe the result of that, I'll leave it up to you to go back and look at it, is really experiencing the presence of God, and really has nothing to do with the temporal things of this earth, but it has to do with our eternal destiny and our eternal relationship, our ability to cling to the presence of God. Isn't that really the blessing for us as Christians, that we don't necessarily always prosper like everybody else, or like many other people in the world that may not even know the Lord, but we prosper in a different way. It's an eternal prosperity, not a temporal prosperity. So my application is, try to think of the true blessings of living the Christian life. Trying not to focus on what is temporary and what is passing away, because those blessings are good and they keep me comfortable, but focus more rather on the eternal blessings, that is being or living a life being satisfied fully by the grace and presence of God. So I hope you enjoy that. I always wonder if they make much sense what I tell you guys, because I have it in my own mind, but I hope this blesses you with an eternal satisfaction of knowing that you have a relationship with the Lord. And if you're one that doesn't have a relationship with the Lord but is claiming or is looking to understand greater the claims of Christ, please just let me know. Feel free to message me directly. I'll have my email in the address. Give me an email, and I would love to just work through with you and struggle with you about what it means to have a relationship and experience the blessings of Christ. So, Lord bless. Remember, I am praying for you. You pray for me. Peace.